Yo, what's good with y'all? In today's video, we have how to make Rivals. I believe this is part 5 and stuff. I saw that Rivals was still is like pretty popular. I think it's like top 5 right now on Roblox stuff. So I just want to add a little part real quick where I'm going to show you guys how to do the little You guys know how like you can match make by either clicking play and then clicking whatever mode you want to play. Then there's also the you go stand on a platform and then like someone else goes stand on that platform and then you can 1v1 against that person. That's what I'm gonna show you guys how to make for this part. So yeah, as I already said, I got more and more videos coming out for you guys, especially as we roll into the summer and everything. Let's go ahead and get straight into it. Okay, so first things first, let's go on ahead and let's make our teleporter. Okay, so let's go ahead and I guess we'll just do it like this. Okay, so I'm gonna insert a part. I'm just gonna insert a part and then select. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag it. I think spawn is somewhere right. Where's spawn? Oh, spawn right there. Okay, so I'm just gonna drag this over here. Right, we're just going to scale this out. So this is going to be this is essentially going to be party one. Right. Keep in mind, all of this is one teleporter. This is just specifically for party one or player or the party or player one, whatever you want to call it, right? So I'll make it a color so they're distinguishable. So I'll make this like yellow and then change it to be neon, right? Of course, some important things, make sure it's anchored. And then we just go ahead and name it party one, right? Now inside of this, you want to have two things. First, let's have a click detector so that when players click on it, it can then like that's what they're saying, I want to I guess be a part of this party, like party one or party two, right? And then we're going to go ahead and insert a string variable into or sorry, string value into the party part. Now this is going to be used to keep track of the specific player. So we're just going to rename this to be party name. So this is just the name of the player, right? So by default, set this to be none and stuff. And then when a player clicks on it, then it'll update to the username. And then if they get off, if they click cancel, then we'll set it back to none, right? So then what we'll do is we'll go ahead and we will group this. You can right click and then group as model or just select it in Control plus G on your keyboard. Then we can go ahead and name this to be teleporter 1. I feel like okay, they did say spell it. I don't know. I'm looking at it, I'm like, I swear this. I'm like, I don't know if I spelled that right. But anyway, so then all we're gonna do is we're just gonna duplicate. So you can just click edit at the top here and then just duplicate or just Control plus D. Just drag, oh, did not mean to do that. And then you could just move it to the side. Let's put it right here. We'll change it to a different color. Make this purple. Change this to be party 2, right? And then everything is the same. And then boom, just like that, we're done. So then players will click on the teleporter and then, we'll move them on top of it. If they cancel, then, they're removed. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's move on. We got to make a button real quick so that players can cancel. So let's go on ahead and let's open up Core GUI. So the great thing is what we can honestly do is we can go right here where we have the play text button, Control plus D to just duplicate, literally just move it to the side. And then just all you gotta do, change the background color to red, change the text, or sorry, the name to be cancel text button, change the text to cancel, and then simply make it no longer visible. Not visible. Okay, there we go. Then we will need a remote event. I don't believe I have one before. Um, so you see replicated storage. We're going to hit the plus icon, insert a remote event. You could just call this core event, right? Then we're gonna add one thing. We're gonna add one thing to the local script. So let's open up the local script, go down to the very bottom. So down here after the whole user input service stuff, let's create a variable for our current party part, right? So by current party part, what this means is either this one or this, like these are the party parts, right? So we're just gonna set this to nil by default. So current party part is equal to nil, right? Then we're gonna say core event, sorry, wrong thing, core event dot on client event connect function in parentheses, put event type, just the name of the event, and then arg1, which is short for argument number 1, which is just a piece of information sent from the server to the client. Then press enter. We'll use an if statement. We'll say if event type is equal to, in quotation marks, enable cancel. Literally what this does is it just enables the cancel button. It just makes it visible so players can see it. So we will create this variable. So party part will be equal to arg1, right? And then we'll say current party part is equal to party part. right? Whatever was sent over, and then we'll make the button visible. So core GUI dot cancel text button dot visible is equal to true, right? Then one more function, and then we just need to set up the cancel functionality. So we'll say core GUI dot cancel text button dot activated connect function close parentheses press enter. Then you'll say core event fire server, right? In quotation marks, you can put cancel, right? And then comma, we're going to put current party part, right? And then after that, we're just simply going to make it so the cancel button is no longer visible. So core GUI dot cancel text button dot visible is equal to false, right? And then we are done with the local side of things. Let's move on to the server side. Okay. So then let's open up the server script. Then we can go ahead and go down. I think yeah, this was after everything. So or no. Wait, no, I feel like I'm forgetting something because there was a part. It was a yeah. There's supposed to be a part where you enable, yeah, where you cancel. Yeah, this part. Okay. So right here, there's supposed to be, yeah. So supposed to. I'm not gonna lie, I forgot to take a picture of that, so I'm not gonna. I'm kind of gonna have to go off of memory. So we're gonna go right here. So in between, so like right before the last two ends, you're just gonna say else if event type what did I call this? Just cancel. What was the name of the event? Oh yeah, just cancel. Um, so we'll just say cancel. Enter, and then we're sending over the party part, so we'll say party part is equal to arg1, right? Then we'll say if party part is not equal to no, then we can say party part, right? It would be this part specifically, party part dot party name dot value be equal to none, and then we just move the player. So we create a variable for their character. So player dot or oh wait, is it already? Did we already get that? Or no, we didn't. Okay. So we just say player dot character. Then we just move the character. Character pivot to I don't know. We'll just to the spawn, I guess. You can do anywhere. It really doesn't matter to be honest. But yeah. So then after that, we're gonna go ahead and create three variables. First, create a variable for our teleporter. So we'll say teleporter1 is equal to workspace wait for child teleporter1. Then we'll create a variable for the HTTP service. So local HS is equal to game get service. It's just like we did with I don't know if you guys remember, but this is exactly the same thing. We're literally just this is all for this, yeah, this part right here. And then one more service, we need the teleport service. So local TPS is equal to game get service teleport service, right? Then let's go ahead and let's make the function. So we'll say for I comma v in I pairs. You will say teleporter1 get children, enter, right? Then we'll create a variable for the specific party part. Party part is equal to v, right? Then you'll say party part dot click detector dot mouse click connect function in parentheses put PLR, which is short for the player who clicked, enter. Then we will simply say if party part dot party name dot value is equal to none, because we obviously want to make sure no player has already waiting on that specific part. That if that's the case, then we're gonna go check everything real quick. This is to make sure that let's say you're on teleporter 1, that you're not, or wait, I'm trying to think. If you're wait, it checks to make sure that if you're, oh yeah. Like let's say if you're already on teleporter 1 and you're trying to click the same teleporter, this is going to prevent that essentially, and stuff, so that you're not trying to you're not trying to join something you're already a part of. So then we'll say if teleporter1 dot party1 dot party name dot value again is equal to player dot name, enter. Then you'll say teleporter1 dot party1 dot party name dot value is equal to none, or sorry, we'll set that to none. And then you can just type the word else and then just copy and paste to save yourself some time. So select it, Control C, Control V, just copy and paste, and then just change this to be whatchamacallit, party 2, and then go down, party 2, right? So then from there, we're done with that. Then we're just going to update the party name value. So we're going to say party part dot party name dot value is equal to the player's name, right? And from there, we'll create a variable for the player's character. So it's equal to player dot character, right? Then we are going to we'll move them on top of the players, on top of the party part. So character pivot to, then we'll say party part dot c-frame. Now I'm gonna drop them a little bit above the party part specifically because sometimes when I would teleport, it would like kind of like glitch and send me like I would glitch under the part and then it would like I would fall through the world essentially, like I'd fall through the floor. So we're just gonna make it a little bit above it. So we'll say times c-frame dot new -1 comma, and then you could just do like 2 comma -1. So I'm just like it like two studs in the air higher than it. And then core events fire client singular. Then you will say player, comma, quotation marks, enable cancel, right? And then you're gonna send over the party part. Then we will create variables for both players. This is to check to see like, oh, if both players are already like if there's a player waiting on party one part and party two part and stuff. So we'll say player one is equal to game dot players find first child, and then you will say teleporter one dot party one dot party wrong thing party name dot value, right? And then you can just copy and paste this, Control C, Control V, and then just change a few things, 2 and 2, right? And then we're going to check to make sure that we found those players. So we'll say if player 1 and player 2, and that means there are two players waiting. One is on the party 1 pad, the other one's on the party 2 pad. And then we can begin like getting all their all equipped weapons and stuff to send them over to 1v1. So we can just actually copy and paste from this part right here. So on the local scripts at the beginning, you can just copy this part right here. So we'll just Control C, we'll go here, we'll Control V. Then from here, what you'll do is right before equip list, you can just do player one because we're gonna have to do this for both players, obviously. So then change this to be player one, and then this should be player one equip list, right? And then again, um, wait, yeah, player one equip list, right? And then keep this. We're gonna wait to do this part because we're gonna teleport. We want to teleport both at the same time. So once you finish that, you can just copy and paste this. Control C, Control V, and then just literally do the same thing for player two. Player two equip list. Change this to player two equip list, and then player two equip list. Then you're just gonna copy and then paste this. You guys remember, use your own ID. Remember, this is the place ID to your 1v1 place and stuff. I showed you guys how to find that place already in a previous video and stuff. So you're teleporting them to the place where they're gonna 1v1. So you can teleport player one along with player two, and then of course we need to update send data. So this will be player one send data. This would be player two send data. So player one send data, and then player two send data, right? And yeah, so that right there. So then if you click play, okay, I'm not gonna lie, I did not mean to do that. I just wanted to test solo, but I mean, I guess that works too, because this how I was testing it before I recorded the video. But I mean, yeah, that works too, I guess. Okay, so as you can see with our damn, that is bright. Anyway, as you can see with our teleporters by default, as you can see, none. If I click purple, I think this one, it now shows my name. I can cancel, and then it'll do none. Then if I, as you can see, if I'm clicking, nothing will happen because I'm already here. I can also switch in between if you want to. It'll update them accordingly. But yeah, as you can see, nothing is happening. This is on the server side, so nothing is happening. But then if player two hops on teleport, you should know, there we go, that error message. Now this error message is what should happen because you're not able to test teleport in studio and stuff. So if you're getting this error message in studio, then that means it's working. The teleport, it's trying to teleport them, but it can't and stuff like that. So everything is working just fine. So yeah, so that's the end of part 5. If you guys want me to make more videos on rivals, or just, got any suggestions in general, let me know and everything. Thank you guys for all the love and support you'll be showing on the channel. Really do appreciate it. As always, if you guys want access to any one of my scripts or models, just simply read the description to find out how to get access to that. Thank you guys for watching, and I will see you guys in the next video.